Welcome back to Over the Line, the football debate show by fans for fans. We are back after what felt like a 4 month international break. Joining me today, we've got Nigel, Man United fan, repping United today. Glad to have you here, Nigel, especially after today's result. We've got John, repping Liverpool, as always. John, happy to have you here. We'll talk a bit about Liverpool. And Gav, fellow Gooner, always a pleasure to have you on. Gents, welcome.
Good evening.
How are we?
Hi, Nigel.
Yeah, how you doing? Good?
Oh, I'm dandy, mate. I'm feeling fabulous.
Right.
That's
So
good. That's good.
just to give a quick rundown of how the show is going to work today, I'm just going to do a quick recap of the scores. You can see them running at the bottom of the screen there, but for viewers who don't want to read and just want to listen, we'll start off with the scores, and then I'm going to throw it open to the guys to just discuss talking points from the weekend. Okay. So starting our first game yesterday, saw Arsenal beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 at home, which temporarily saw them move back to the top of the table. And interestingly, had Gyökeres temporarily top of the scoring charts. This is a guy who we were told couldn't do it in the Premier League, yet sat at the top there. Next up, Bournemouth beat Brighton 2-1 at home. Crystal Palace surprisingly drew 0-0 at home to Sunderland. Everton typically 0-0, this time at home to Aston Villa. Just want to point out that Villa remain the only side in the top 7 divisions of English football who have yet to register a goal. Unai Emery doing Unai Emery things there. Fulham beat Leeds 1-0 at home. Late own goal. I think it was Good Munson for Leeds. Unlucky there. Newcastle beat Wolves 1-0. West Ham, having won 3-0 away at Forest last week, returned to form by losing 3-0 at home to Tottenham. Brentford drew 2-2 at home to Chelsea, done us a favour by taking points over Chelsea there. And then we move on to today's results. We saw Liverpool with a late penalty, beating Burnley 1-0 away. And in the final game of the weekend, saw Manchester City hosting Manchester United and winning 3-0. And that scoreline, I might say, kind of flattered United because Haaland probably should have had another goal and possibly an assist to Reinders. So, only one place to begin. Nigel, we're going to come to you. Last time you were on, you proclaimed, beating your chest, that United sat, what, 3 points behind Arsenal. And, we sit here today and I don't quite know what the gap is, but it's not quite 3 points. Nigel, talk to us about United's performance today and the 3-0 battering, which probably should have been 5 or 6 away at City.
All right, so we're gonna just start off with what you're talking about, bringing up the table and Joker as being top scorer and all that nonsense that you're spouting. I just want to say that you're playing Man City next, so if they do beat you and we beat Chelsea, we're back to the 3 points that I proclaimed last week. So at this stage of the season, wait, hold on, bringing up the table is an absolute nonsense.
Please, for the
Hold
record.
on. Hold on. Before we continue, speaking of the table.
Even...
Nigel, speaking of the table, before we continue, I just want to show. So the
He's gassed because United have gone to 14th. He's gassed. They're making progress.
So the tables it currently sits, we've got Liverpool top 12 points, and then we've got Arsenal, Tottenham, and Bournemouth filling out the rest of the top 4, all on 9 points. Nigel, please.
I mean, the fact that you are showing me a table with Bournemouth in 4th spot just it exemplifies my point. I mean, stop reaching. All right, all it is been a start to the season. It's been a start to the season. I already said to you, my goal for this season for Ruben Amorim and all my players is to reach 60 points. All right. 60 points means that by game week 9.5, so 9/10, we should be on 15 points. If we're on 15 points, we're on schedule to hit our 60, which is a target that I set for my team. Right, that has been documented on this channel, and you can go through back all our previous videos if you would like to see that. For this season, 60 points, and then we kick on and move on. I'm not going to I know there's a lot of fans out there that's going to get all hyped off the, what's happening off the full games. But a couple of games ago, Man City were going to get relegated. So at this time, and you just showed me that Bournemouth are in the Champions League spots. So I'm just going to just end that there. If you want to talk about the game itself, it was a disaster class. All right, Man City absolutely dominated us. Haaland was sensational. He was up front and he headed out about 4 or 5 of our crosses and made a tackle that Van Dijk would be proud of. I mean, it's like he remembered what Roy Keane did to his father and then just took it out on us. Right? This is a guy that was fresh from school. What did he say? 5 goals for Norway in a 10-1 victory. This guy is an absolute beast. Foden was fantastic. Doku, the one thing, not that there's any positive or silver lining, but I'm actually today is the first match that I can say we were well and truly beaten. It was a game in which the goals that we conceded wasn't a goalkeeper picking it up and throwing it in the back of the net. The system clearly didn't work. They overloaded our midfield. It was we're now reaching this. It's 4 games in, so I don't want to go over the top here. But for my manager to not be able to see that we are getting absolutely bossed in midfield and not able to get any control in the game and not make any changes to rectify that, it's extremely disappointing. And today, I've allowed him to settle in and get some of the players that we want. To know the midfield is weak, but still in-game management. This one, Man City probably still would have beaten us, and that's fine. But the ways they were getting through us and the ways they were hurting us continued for 90 minutes, and that for me is unacceptable. And the goals were just class, and it could have been 5 or 6. So actually, the silver lining, and I'm quite pleased I only came out away a 3-0, to be honest with you.
What silver linings do you see?
That was only 3-0.
Wow. And that's a silver lining.
Yeah. I don't want to get battered 7-0 like we did against Liverpool, or the 6-1 that we did when we made who's that crazy Man City striker? Why always me? Making look like he was Messi that day. No, I don't want to say that. But regardless, it was terrible. It was a disaster class, like I said. I don't see it, but there were no positives from that game. All the green shoots that I had seen in previous games, I didn't see any of that today. Donnarumma, though, I have to say, man, one of his saves was just outrageous. And now what Man City has done, now you have the best striker in the league and most probably the best goalkeeper. It's just unfair. It's just a cheat code. But
we've got a comment from Kunle who's watching at the moment, and I'm just going to bring it up on screen if I can. And he says, "When all else fails, bring on Maguire, defenders for defenders." Is that a fair comment?
Yeah, but
is your manager?
No. As you saw, when if there was one area that we were going to try, we weren't making anything. We weren't, which was disappointing. I thought we'd be able to get that back line a bit more often than we did, but the final balls were just terrible. But so one area that you thought we could try to do, we copied the Arsenal playbook. We thought, all right, let's try and hit them on set pieces. But again, we weren't. Our delivery was shocking, and we weren't able to get anything that way. That's what he was trying to do. So Conley is correct. But unfortunately, even that, again, I don't know if you watched and saw Haaland in defensive mode. He was everywhere. He was brilliant. So yeah, it was a bad day at the office.
As K. says there again, as Kunle says, it's only 4 games. Let's not panic. Do you agree with those sentiments, Nigel?
Yeah, Bournemouth are in the Champions League spot, so that's enough for me to say, like, it's okay. Let's calm down.
Okay, Gav, I see you want to chime in here. Come on, bro. What do you want to say?
Yeah, sorry. I'll be honest. I didn't watch the game, so I'm here to learn. Nigel, I'm here to learn. I've got some questions for you. So, first question is: are we saying that Man United are now in a position where they are happy to lose to Arsenal as long as they lose well, and they're happy to not get battered by Man City? Is that the era of Man United that we're in now? Is that where you're at? Because all over here, you guys. Sorry, let me finish my question. Thank you. All I ever hear you guys saying is that you're happy with how you lose, or you're happy with not getting, like, it's a bit negative. I'm just understanding where you lot are at. As a fan
Sorry,
base.
David. I know my internet's a bit spotty, so forgive if what I said before didn't come across well. But what I did say was that there was no silver lining in this game. It was a disaster class, and this is the first game this season that I can say we didn't. It's not that we didn't even turn up. We just got completely outplayed. All tactics were wrong. Amarin got it completely wrong. Man City saw weakness and went for the jugular. That's it.
I thought Dave asked you what the silver lining was, and your response was that we only got beaten 3-0. Maybe I misunderstood what you meant.
Yeah.
But anyway, so next question.
Yeah. As in it could have been a record scoreline, but it wasn't. That's the silver lining.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. The other thing
Sounds like you're happy to lose.
That's what I understand it to be. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad it's not just me. He's happy that they lost 3-0 and not 5 or 6, which I guess that's where they're at.
Second scoreline.
Sorry. What does disaster class mean to you guys? What does Man City?
You said that, but no, Dave.
And what?
Dave asked you about this.
The manager not being able. What does the manager not being able to see that and actually alter his tacticians mean to you? I don't understand what happiness or what smile you saw me doing when I was saying those words.
The confusion was that
it wasn't. I'm just pleased that it wasn't a record scoreline, which it could have been. I think Haaland hit the post. Reinders clipped one just wide. It could have been anything, but it was only 3-0.
See, like I said, I'm from an era where hearing a Man United fan say he's happy they only lost 3-0 it's just foreign to me. But it's just where we're at now in the world, I guess. The other thing was
Man United. Hopefully, we'll hit 60 points this season. That's the target.
Hopefully, you're making progress.
I'm not sure what you're expecting for that.
You're making progress. You're now 14th. You're now 14th instead of 15th. You're getting there. You're doing all right. Second question. Sorry, John. Second question. Regarding the table, it's not really a question. It's just letting you know the only reason why I feel like the table and positioning and points got brought up, and Dave brought that screen on, was because you lot was talking about being 3 points behind Arsenal. Now, that chase of, because we're the benchmark for you lot, obviously, because you can't even speak 2%. You must be. You must be, because last week. Hang on. Let me explain.
When I said
please.
it, John wasn't on the show, so I was talking to Arsenal fans. So I was just highlighting that. I was speaking to
John was there. John was there. John was there. John was definitely there. It was an Arsenal-Liverpool game.
Is that when he was in the car? I think it was when he was in the car.
John was definitely there. John was definitely there. It was Arsenal-Liverpool. It's on the internet. I can send you clips. And you mentioned that you're only 3 points behind us. Liverpool are top of the league at that point, by the way, but you're chasing us, which is fair enough. We're the benchmark for you lot, which is fine. But that's the only reason why that got brought up.
We're all chasing Liverpool.
We'll speak about Liverpool. They're actually your rivals, not us. And the other thing was the Sorry, there's two more things. The mentioning of me when I said that your fans will start turning on the manager. You're starting to sound a bit shaky there. Like, it's only 4 games in, so you're not going to get too angry right now. So what happens when it's 8 to 10 games in? Is that when we start to turn on him? Is that what we're doing next month? Like,
No. Look. There are some who are calling for the manager's head who believe that we should be where Liverpool are right now. That's not me, right?
So if this continues, you're going to support him?
I said to you that this season my target was 60 points, which means that by the time we get to 19 games, we should be on 15 points. If we are, and I do not want us to lose more than 8 games this season, that there are certain things, right? There are 60 points I want us to hit, so I'm looking at 15 points every quarter, right? And then the other thing I don't want us to do is lose more than 8 games. That is my target that I have in my head. Whilst we are still rebuilding, those are things that I'll say, okay, there are green shoots. We can go again. If you below that, then that's a conversation. But we can have that after game week 9.
2 more questions, sorry, then I'll let John speak. So you played 4 games, you've lost 2, so you're half of your games you're losing, no back-to-back victories. So am I right, based off what you're saying, am I right to say that if you lose another 6 games, that you're you're going to be turning on your manager. Like I said, Man United fans would. Am I right to say that?
Because when you get to no. So he's asking me, or you talk about the general Twitter fans? If you're talking about
I'm asking you because you're because you're the balanced one that said you're not going to do what these fans do. So you're saying you don't want to lose 8 games.
I've given
so
you
if you lose 6 more games, are you going to turn on your manager, or are you going to keep supporting him and watching him not hit the targets you're setting for him at the beginning of the season?
When we get to game week 9, let's have that conversation.
No, I'll put it in my diary. Last question. You was heavily critical
because then. By the way, but then
you don't need to shout. You got a microphone. You don't need to shout, bro. You don't need to shout. The microphone's fine.
Wait. All right, good. I'm glad you can hear me because I didn't think you could before. So it's like flipping the other way around. That if I say if we beat Chelsea and then beat Liverpool, what does that mean? We make a statue of them outside? No. Let's get to game week 9.
No, because you set expectations for this season. If your expectations were to not lose more than 8 games, and then in the next 10 games you've lost 8, what do we do? Do we carry on supporting a guy that's not hitting the targets that you, as a reasonable fan that doesn't want too much, is setting for him? If he can't meet your expectations, how is he going to bring your club forward? That's what I'm trying to understand. And if he's not bringing your club forward, are you going to carry on supporting him, or are you going to do what I said Man United fans are going to do and turn on him?
So when we get to game week 9, let's look at it then, and then we can discuss.
No
it
problem.
That's my
Noted. Answer. Last thing then. I'll let John ask his question as well. Sorry, John. You was heavily critical of Gyökeres. Now, the reason why I believe, and I can't say for a fact, but the reason why I believe that Dave brought up Gyökeres being top goal scorer was because you was heavily critical of him. And there's a striker. Like I said, I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights. Why is he not playing Sesko?
Why is he not playing Sesko? He was better than Sesko in. I think that was clear for everyone to see, and you'll see him play from that one.
So he didn't start. He didn't start today.
Sorry, I lost reception, so you have to say that question again. I thought you said why didn't he play? Why hasn't he been playing Sesko? I said he's been him in. You saw him play today, and you'll see him playing.
I only watched the highlights. I didn't see the lineup. So Sesko wasn't playing. Why is that?
Look,
according to a viewer, it's because he doesn't want to play.
So Jordan in this first game as well.
Say that again, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not understanding. It must be some internal jokes here. The guy just joined. He was settling in. He already said to you the Premier League is different gravy, so you'll see him go from now.
So who was playing up front today then?
Literally first start. Literally his first start.
Sesko played today.
Did you? Are you asking? Did he play well? No, he didn't play well.
Did he play? I didn't see him. I only watched the highlights. I didn't see him. I did not see him not once. I didn't see him in any of the highlights, so I presumed he didn't play. I saw Maguire. Did you put Maguire up top as well, like usual?
Oh, the match of the day. What match did they? What match
did they put Maguire up top?
I don't understand. So, did you watch the game or not?
No, I told you at the beginning I didn't. I said I didn't watch the game. I'm here to learn from you. That's what I said. But anyway, I'm done now. Please don't speak on Gyökeres until Tesco does something, please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask you, United fans. Don't speak on my striker because he's out here bagging goals. Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you, lot. All right. Anyway,
John, let's bring you in, buddy. As the neutral man, give us your take on the game today. Did you watch?
Oh well, I actually had a question for Gavin. I'm sorry, not for Gavin, for Nigel. Nigel, in your opinion, what went wrong today? Because the reason why I asked that question is because I've got United friends who, I'm not going to say that they were necessarily confident like going into this game, but I think they expected a bit more out of the performance. So, in your opinion, like what went wrong today? Because there's a level of faith that some United fans have that you were going to do something. So I'm just trying to understand what they're seeing and seeing it from your, and trying to see if you understand their perspective too. So what went wrong?
Midfield got dominated. Liverpool were on form.
not
Sorry, Man City. Holland was just outstanding. Sorry, Holland was outstanding. They dominated our midfield.
Hoyland bagged as well, didn't he? Did Hoyland bag? You could have done with him today. Hoyland bagged on his
Actually,
that.
I watched that. Hold on. I watched that Napoli game just so you know. He missed an open goal before he did that. So
But he scored as well. He's on more goals than Sesko. I'm just going to say that. He's on more goals than Sesko.
If you go and watch the Napoli highlights while you're watching the Man United highlights after this, and then come back and talk about Hoyland, you'll see exactly why we had to let him go. Right? It was a disgusting miss that he did. And in Italy, this is the thing. This is the beauty of being away from Man United. The miss that he made, you don't even know about it. All you know is that he scored, but you have no idea how he played before and the chances that he missed before he put that goal away. And that is the beauty of being away from Man United and why other people can go and have amazing careers. Being at this club is different gravy, mate. The spotlight is on you. That's why people like make podcasts like this. Every move you do is scrutinized, right? So, but go and watch that Napoli highlights. Please go and watch it, and then let's talk about Hoyland in the next one.
Fair enough. Okay. Nice. How confident are you about Man United reaching that 60-point target and that new target of losing less than 8 games?
Oof.
I mean, you're 25% of the way there already.
They've not been. Have you been to Anfield yet?
No, they haven't.
They've been to Emirates yet?
No.
That's half of the games there, mate. I think personally.
Yeah.
I don't think St James's Park's going to be too good for you either.
I don't think it's going to be good for anyone. Just so you know.
I agree. But I'm talking. We're talking about United.
No.
It's a United focused podcast.
Yeah. We can talk about United.
Cool.
Listen,
cool.
On the teams that you're mentioning, it's like you guys are not going to have a tough game when you go over there.
Why are you talking about Arsenal? Why are we talking about Arsenal? It's a United focused podcast.
No, I'm talking. No, it's not.
We're not the benchmark. Remember, we're not the benchmark. We're not the benchmark.
No, dude. Yeah, but Liverpool are. And Liverpool found it tough against Burnley. You're going to have games like that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a long old season, right? And when your European football starts, you will find out as well. So, we're still on track for 15 points. We're still on track for 15 points by game week 9-10, which is my target. If that's the answer to your question.
I'm going to enjoy this season. I'm going to enjoy these streams. It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to.
You look stressed. You look stressed. I'm worried for you.
Right.
No. I'm fine. Believe me, I'm fine.
Good.
Right. Let's. All right. Let's move on to next game. John, Liverpool, late goal. I mean, I had an interesting stat here. I'm trying to. Can you guys hear me? We all good?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You good, David?
You guys, right. So, want to talk about the Liverpool game, John, right? And I had an interesting stat here. It was I can't find it, but off the top of my head, something along the lines of up until the 84th minute, Liverpool was sitting on 4 points in all 4 games played, basically drawing each match. From the 84th minute to the full-time whistle, they've gone on to win every single match, whether it's 2 late goals against Bournemouth, 2 late goals against Newcastle, a late penalty against Burnley, and a worldie of a free kick against Arsenal. You got maximum points, John. Fair play. But from what you're seeing from your team so far, it doesn't really look like you've clicked into gear, and you're going through. To me, it looks like they're putting you through an emotional roller coaster. As a Liverpool fan, talk us through about how your team's performing and these late wins that you're pulling out.
First of all, that whoever found that stat needs to go get a new job. Yeah, because I don't know why you're trying to create stats out of literally bum fluff. What kind of they were fourth by 84 minutes. Who has the time and the energy to find out that stat, or to downplay what's happening, which is the reality, which is the 12 points, 12 out of 12 points. Now, to answer your question, David, I'm not going to deny that we're balling out of control, that we're perfect defensively, perfect moving forward. I think I mentioned the last time that I was on that I believe we're in a transition. In a sense of in the way that how we play football is very different to how we played last season, if you know what I mean. So where we've got Wirtz now, he's playing, he's pushing right up, and he's leaving us quite exposed in the middle, like in the midfield, not as defensively sound as what we were last season when Wirtz wasn't there. So I think that has a big part to play in the performances that you're seeing. But somehow, some way, there is a God, and God said, "Hannibal, handle the ball," and he handled the ball in the box. And we got the win. So, I'm not going to complain too much. What I will say is if the form or performances continue like this, 10 games in, then I'm going to have to start, asking questions. But what I will say is that I believe in my manager and hopefully he can turn it around.
Why do you think the stats are...
Any idea where Isak was today?
They're talking about him starting against or playing some minutes against Atletico in Champions League.
He's not fit. He's not match fit, apparently.
Yeah, but I saw talk of him potentially playing in that game. So,
which is fair. He wasn't training, so it is fair. It is fair.
I think you were going to ask a question before, Gav.
Yeah, and this is just all I want. Yeah, is consistency. So I hear and it might not have been you, John. So I'm going to say that first, but I think it was. And I've definitely heard fans, and if it wasn't you, I want you to pull these fans up, because what you're saying about someone working out something based on 4 games, they're sad basically. I get your point. I kind of understand it, because I thought it was weird when people were talking about Gyökeres and the amount of goals he scored from teams that weren't in the top whatever of Portugal league and blah blah blah. Like, that was a bit weird to me. So let's be consistent with it, bro. Either we're going to use stats, or we're not. You get me?
Yeah.
But
no,
I agree.
Look, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's not like I'm not convinced. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, we're going to blow the league away this season. But as guys, we've seen this time and time again, right? Look at Bournemouth. They're flying now, yeah? They're buzzing. They're right up there. But I'm sure they did the same thing last season. They started really, really well, and they ended up tailing off. So I think...
You always get those teams, though.
I know, but I think what you tend... And it just goes to show that there's patterns. And the pattern is the cream always rises to the top, essentially. So I think no matter how some of the smaller teams play, the teams with the bigger squads, the better players, they're going to get to where they need to get to. So, I think it's early days to really make shouts. And even Gyökeres, because look, he might be banging now. Who's to say? No, I'm just saying. Like, things can change, and we've seen it in football. It happens all the time, Gav. It happens all the time.
We'll talk about Gyökeres, I'm sure. Like, but
yeah,
are you telling me that your 100 million man's a liability? Is that what you're saying?
A liability? No, hell no. How's it a liability?
Because you said how you're not as defensively sound as last season because of playing him and where he's playing and how he's playing. So that sounds like he's causing you lot to be a bit more vulnerable. Therefore, it's a liability.
No, he's a footballer adjusting to a new team, so I don't expect him to.
That's fine. You can still make him. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, but
in his adjustment, he could be a liability.
There has to be evidence, consistent evidence, not just 4 games in, right? That he's a liability. So
I'm asking because of what you said. You said because of how he plays that you're more susceptible to being attacked. That's why you're struggling.
Yeah,
so he's a liability.
No, because we're playing a new system that all the others have to get adjusted to. So, and that's essentially what's happening. And he's been the biggest change out of everything. He's playing a different role to what was being expected of anyone last season. And it's also meant that you've got guys like McAllister and Grav doing a lot of legwork that they weren't really doing necessarily last season. So, it's an adaptive change that everyone's got to get around to. And hopefully we can get up to speed because, the games are going to start coming thick and fast. And if you're not performing, a game like that, you tend to lose 1-0, 2-1. You don't win it 1-0 like a minute, like in injury time. That's a game. If you play that game 50 times over, I believe you lose 80% of the time if you play like that. In my opinion.
According to the stats, that's what you lot do. You lot play like that and then win it in the last minute. Scumbag of victory.
There's a thing called like I'm not sure what the term is exactly, but it's apparently it's how champions play. I've heard it.
Yeah, I hear it. All right, I hear it.
And every season it just seems to pop up, and all of a sudden, you know, this term starts coming into chats and stuff. But I don't want to say too much because it might have just been 4 games of luck. Who knows? You know,
it's not luck. It's not luck. It's class. It's just whether it's sustainable. That's what I want to know. Can you continue like that? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I think in 10 games, I think that'll give us a good indicator of whether or not this football is sustainable. Because otherwise, he's got to change it. You know, like I do not believe any team can go on playing that level of performance and win league. You don't really see that a lot.
No, you can't.
You don't.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can concede as many goals.
I mean, that can change. We've kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games.
Yeah, true. Fair.
Okay. Now, I want to move on to the final game of the week that we want to talk about, and it's obviously the Arsenal match, the first game of the weekend. Gav, we won that 3-0. Would be Forest 3-0 at home. It was Ange's first game. New manager bounced. Don't fucking think so. As I said at the start of the show, at the close of that game, Gyökeres was sitting top of the scoring charts, since been overtaken by Erling Haaland. But what I want to say to you, Gav, what I want to put to you, okay, there was a lot of talk during the international break by people like Peter Schmeichel about boring Arsenal, how he never rooted for a team as much as Liverpool to win the game or to win the last game that we played at Anfield, because we bring a boring style of football to the game. We sit here today having played 4 games. Okay, we've scored 8 games at home, 9 in total in 4 games. Gav, this stigma that seems to be, or this narrative that's being created about boring Arsenal, A, is that fair? And B, Kunle, I know you're watching. Gav, do you believe Kunle owes Madueke an apology?
Well, I'll come on to Madueke. I'm going to come on to Noni. But yeah, scoring 9, conceding 1, which was a worldie. That's not bad. And to me, that's what champions do. That's why I'm confident with my team. However, I hear what you're saying about the likes of Schmeichel. And we even had a gentleman that sat below you on the screen talking about, are we worried as Arsenal fans of the way we're playing because of the Liverpool game? Oh, good night, Nigel. Yeah, I just feel that like we're just playing beautiful football. And I think bringing Eze in, that left-hand side, bro, and just seeing him just doing what he does it's sensational. And if I was an opposition fan, I'd be worried about us, because I think we're just starting to cook. And bear in mind, yeah, no Saka, no one rates him, but he does a job for us, and there's no Havertz. Rice was on the bench, Odegaard went off injured, Saliba weren't there. Like, our B team's looking strong. Like, it's our squad's stacked. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. People I can't remember who mentioned it about European football when it comes. I'm not worried. I'm not scared about that. I think yesterday just showed us how good we are, because that, like, Forest is a tough game. It's been a tough game for us. John, you can shake your head. It's Premier League opposition. I guarantee if you lot went and battered Burnley, everyone will be talking about, oh my God, they're clicking, and what a phenomenal team, and when it all comes together, this is what they can do. No one's gonna speak on what we do. No one's gonna speak on the fact, and I'm gonna get there now. Yeah? Because the guy in the middle owes him an apology. Everyone was laughing at Noni. Yeah, this guy's cooking. He's doing a lot on that right hand side. He's creating chances, and you can only take so much from interviews, but it sounds like Arteta's taken the handbrake off when it comes to him and Eze. Because according to Noni, he said, look, just go and create, which is what I want my manager to be telling these guys. Not that what we used to see that was a bit robotic, which looked like Arteta had a control pad controlling Martinelli, even controlling Saka at times. he looks like he's just seen these two youths and said, you know what, you lot are ballers, go and do what you got to do, and it works. And that's why Gyökeres, I think what John said about him not scoring as much or it changing, I can only see him scoring more once, because that connection, that's a front three that's never played 90 minutes together, and look what they did. They were killing it. Calafiori's balls over the top. I mean, we got so many out, and then Zubimendi, what a goal, what a player! Like, I'm just gassed, bro. I'm gassed. I can't even say much more. And people will say, oh yeah, but it's only one victory and you're only beating this. We went to Anfield, which is a notoriously hard place for us to go to. We went to Old Trafford, which is notoriously a hard place to go to, and we got 3 out of 6 points. Yeah, we in hindsight, I think we did the show straight after the game or very close to the end of the game. Everyone felt a bit emotional and whatnot. Obviously, you're pissed off your team's lost. 100%. However, when you look back at it, we did all right. We didn't win. We shouldn't be happy when I'm losing 100%, but we lost to a freak free kick against a team that's meant to have the best forward line in world football history, or by the way the people are talking. We did all right. So I would like to see when we get through the next couple of games, I would like to see us on 15 points. If we are, and then the run of games we got after that, I think we got a month. I can't remember which month it is. I think it might be November, or November, December, or January. We don't even leave London, or we don't.
Look, wait. Can I interject here? Right.
Of course you can.
Because I just want to stop this hold up thing that, you know, we did all right, you lost. All right. So if this is the narrative for Man United, please let's just be fair and equal. At the end of the day, you lost to a team that won the league last season. That's the team you need to topple, and you failed at that objective. All right. The game against Nottingham Forest, the game against Nottingham Forest, you did wherever you went there. If you came to draw, you lost. Like, whatever your tactic was, either to win or to draw, you lost. Okay. And the scary part is you lost against a team that's not clicking just yet, and they will get better. Right. So for you as challengers, you had to win that game, or at the very least, not lose before. Why do we have to win? Liverpool? Because they're the Premier League champions. Because they're the Premier League champions. You're trying to. That means you came second. So the team you need to beat are the team that won it the last season. I'm missing something here. Yeah, right? listen. You have to lay down the marker. It's like, was it last season? Wait, was it last season when you played Man City? Wait, was it Man City that was down to? You went down to 10 men, and you held on to the last second. And Man City got the equaliser. Was it last season? That one? Yeah. When was it? And the Man City were a great team, and that was your opportunity, and you still didn't get over the hurdle there. This game, for me, when I was watching that one, that was the game I thought, right, Arsenal win this one. This is big problems, because for me, Liverpool right now are starting slow. It's the guy. The guy is the relegation value. Yeah, whatever. Facts are facts. If the Liverpool won the league last season, you need to overthrow this team. Okay. The thing is, I don't know what and Postecoglou was doing with Nottingham Forest, because that is a really good team, and he made them look like a shambles. But you did extremely well, not taking anything away from you. Now you've got Man City in your next game. You cannot afford to lose to Liverpool and Man City while going for the title. But Liverpool will get better. He's going to come into this team. They are going to push on. And Wirtz doesn't even know how to tie his shoelaces yet. Can you imagine if he's able to put on one shoe? So
finish. Done?
Yeah. So this one, no, you can't just because the way you dismiss.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so much energy for
because the way you dismissed it. No, because the way you just dismissed it and said we played well and lost. Clap. When Man United fans said that you slapped us, right? So no, fair's fair. So
because you won one game and you struggled to beat Burnley. Please stop comparing my team with yours. We're not the same, bro. We're not the same. Stop comparing my team with yours. It's not the same, bro.
At the end of the day,
we're not the benchmark for you.
At the end of the day,
look what Bournemouth's doing.
And also
look at Bournemouth. But let them be your inspiration.
We're not the same. All right, you're right. So who should I benchmark you against? Let me ask that question and answer that for me. Who should I benchmark you against? Liverpool.
Yes.
That's who I should benchmark. Yes. Right, you lost to them, and you lost to them.
Cool.
And you lost to them.
We lost to them.
So don't dismiss
we
it.
lost to them.
Don't dismiss it.
And we got to play them again.
You lost to a team that's not playing well. And once they get on the bike, you're going to be in trouble, mate. right?
So
And
only,
also,
only,
all
I
this
like what you
play,
said.
all this,
only-
it's the
only-
beginning of this. It's the beginning of the season.
have we
It's
hit our
early
peak?
September.
Have
And
we
the
hit our
thing is,
peak?
wait, but the majority of the players that Liverpool got know how to how to win when the pressure is on. The pressure is not on right now. Well, when you get past January and the pressure's on, then we can see how your Jokeres and all the names you were just mentioning, how it is at the real squeaky bum time end of the
You're
season.
just talking.
Because
You're just talking.
Liverpool players know how to do it. That's why you just dismissing you getting that opportunity to get a head start against above them. You can't just dismiss that, because you also had a massive lead a couple of seasons ago and you lost it when the pressure was on. So I can't accept
let me
you
explain.
just
Let me explain a few
dismissing
things.
you losing to Liverpool. I just had to just get that in. My internet's working, so I'm happy for that.
Let me explain a few things to you. Yeah, the team that lost that big lead is not this team. First of all, so let's stop talking about that. It's not the same team.
Exactly.
It's not the same team.
So all the ones who
So
had the
why are you
experience
bringing it up?
before, because the ones who had the experience of that before aren't there anymore. So now are these players going to have to go through that again to get the experience to go again next season?
Why? I don't get. I don't get what you're basing. I don't get what you're basing your theory on. I don't get what you're basing your theory on. However,
you finished in second on multiple occasions. That's it. I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
You're aiming for number one.
Correct, and you're not. But that's by the by. What I'm trying to explain to you is, you're talking about they're not clicking and they're gonna get better. Like Kunle's made a great point, and I want you to answer it. Are Arsenal gonna stand still? Do you think we've hit our peak? Do you think we've hit our peak
next year? Are we talking about Arsenal or are we talking about Man United playing Stoke? Because
I'm talking no.
If you want.
You can answer the comment or you can answer my question. I'm asking you a question. Do you think Arsenal are going to get any better, or do you think this is our peak and only Liverpool are going to get better?
Yeah, but even if you get better,
do you? It's a yes or no question.
Can I ask you a question? No, wait. If both teams win all their games, who win the league? From now to the end of the season, that's not going to happen. Both teams win. That's not going to happen.
We can't both win our games because we got to play them. Which is a great point you're missing as well.
Yeah,
we've got to play them, so that can't happen.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, then. I can't. When is that game?
I don't even know. Sometime next year. But that's not the point. What my point is, do you think Arsenal are going to get better too?
My point was just the way you just missed losing to them.
I didn't dismiss it. I didn't dismiss it.
Sorry.
You're triggered. I get it. You've had a bad day. You've had a long day.
We played well.
You sound triggered, bro. You sound triggered. You sound triggered.
That's what it is.
I'm saying people were writing us off last week, and we were, even as fans. My point was, even as fans, we was emotional and we was annoyed about losing to Liverpool. But the reality is, we didn't play badly. So if we had played badly and got battered, then cool. But they're a great team. They are the team to beat. I agree with everything you're saying regarding Liverpool. However, we went there and we stood toe to toe with them, and they had to have a worldie of a free kick to beat us. That's just the truth of the matter. Tell me when I stop talking. Tell me when I stop talking facts.
But what I'm saying to you, doesn't that concern you? Right?
No. That's my whole point. It doesn't concern me. Because if we lost,
and they're able to
concern you though, like, as an Arsenal fan, you should want to go to Liverpool and win. You should want to go to.
Of course I do. But what I'm trying to get across, John. What I'm trying to get across, John, is that even me as a fan base, were borderline crashing out because we didn't beat Liverpool, which is what we should be feeling at the point of losing the game. However, we will get better. The team will get to a point where if we could replay that game again, we would probably win it. It's in the past now, and no one's going to tell me the season's written off because we lost to Liverpool at Anfield. Because I'm sure there's been times. Hang on. You said we needed to beat them. How many times, John? You know better than me, and I might be wrong. I might be setting myself up here. But how many times did you beat City at Anfield? How many times did you beat City at Anfield and still not win the league?
Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say that.
Maybe like once or twice. I'm pretty sure.
How many times?
Hang on. So that proves that you don't need to beat your opposition at their ground to win. You need to accumulate the most points by the end of the season. We're on game week 4.
I think
just because you lot's looking like your title chase is over, please don't write off my team. We're not the same, my bro. We're not the same.
It's not even writing you off. I think it's just a case of, like, I believe anyway that there's something about going to your rivals and bossing them, innit? Does that make sense? It's like it's something about going on there and dunking on them. Now I know there's been many football games when you've gone to OT. Actually, no, you've got a bad record at OT. But when
did we lose to you last season?
No.
Did you win the league?
Yeah.
Did we beat you last season?
Yeah.
Did you win the league?
Yeah.
So let's stop the talk, bro. You lot aren't making sense. You're not making sense. The game has been and gone, and there's many more points to play for. Just because you lose to the team that you're competing with for the title does not mean you're going to win the title. As Liverpool have proven, as Man City have proven. That's all I'm saying.
It's something about Arsenal going away there and picking up 3 points, isn't it? I think that's even somewhat of maybe what you're lacking. Just maybe, and like that belief that we can go anywhere and win. Yes, you went to.
I think we can. I think we can. I think because people are forgetting that Eze hadn't played a minute for us at that point. Gyökeres has only played at Old Trafford and against Luton. Like, this team are gonna go on and they're gonna build. What are we doing here? Everyone else is allowed. Wirtz is he's only just come in. We're changing new system. Yeah, we're vulnerable in the midfield, but he's not like why are Liverpool getting all this grace? But we had a whole new front line yesterday.
No,
You gave him grace. I asked him if your man's a liability. You said no. You said no. We're more susceptible to an attack, but you're not a liability. But we don't get no grace. Setzko's getting bedded in. Setzko's getting bedded in, but everyone else is clicking apart from us. It's weird. It's weird.
Like, okay, let's say in the last 3 seasons where you finished second, can you name me one of the top 6 teams that you beat at their grounds? Like on route, even though you still finished second, can you name me like the number of teams?
When you say top 6, you want what, actual top 6 or figuratively?
Yeah,
because we
don't. Yeah,
no, but yeah, you lost to Villa. So
are you talking?
Top 6
are you talking about the actual top 6? Are you talking about the team? Are you talking about Man United?
Yeah, but
are you talking about Tottenham? Are you talking about Man United and Tottenham, or are you talking about the actual top 6? I don't. What we doing?
Actually, I don't think. Did you beat us away last season? I don't think you
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Spurs.
We beat Spurs away. Yes, we did. We did beat Spurs. Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Did they beat you OT last season?
No, I have to double check that one because I know we knocked them out of the FA Cup.
Maybe we drew. We didn't lose, and we definitely beat Tottenham.
Chelsea?
Yeah, did we beat Chelsea? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did.
What? At Stamford Bridge.
At Stamford Bridge.
At the bridge.
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
I think that was 1-1.
Get your Googles up. I'm on my phone. I don't want to lose the stream.
All I'm saying is,
what's your point?
It was 1-1.
You guys need a statement win at one of these big boys to show that these guys, we can go anywhere and boss it. And I don't think you've done it like enough. Like, all I know is that we've gone to Arsenal.
So why do we? Okay, so the question then. A question again, yeah. Wait, a question again. How many?
There's a difference though, because if look at City, they've gone to Anfield and won. They've gone to the Emirates and won. Do you know what I'm saying? So
but you're not making sense. Over the last 2 seasons, how many of the champions over the last couple seasons have come to the Emirates and won? The team that finished second, how many of them come? How many come to the Emirates and won? You're bro. It's got to be consistent. It's got to be consistent, my brother. Right. Liverpool have to come to the Emirates and win to win the league, based on your theory.
All right, I'll tell you my viewpoint. Right, because for me, you've got the most settled squad and probably now the best squad in the league.
Agreed.
Right? Agreed. And so with the best squad to go to the challenge or the present champions, I think it would have been fitting for Arteta, who hasn't won anything for 5 years, to go and lay a marker and
so you're right? When it comes to Arsenal, you're on emotion.
And you know, like how Graham Souness got the flag and put it in the middle of Galatasaray. Do you remember that? Like, you know, them kind of markers. Right, because you've got the best team, you've got the best squad, you've got and you've got the most settled team with this thing. So Liverpool signed players, even the players that they're coming and bedding in for reasons unbeknown. No, but Liverpool do have a slight transition period. Sorry
to cut you, but based on that point, how many new signings did Liverpool play today? How many?
You play Frimpong, you play Gyökeres, you play Wirtz, you play Etikite.
4.
Right back. Oh, no.
4.
The right back, 5. The left back.
5, 4, 2.
Yeah, like half a team. Yeah,
3.
How many? Give me a number.
3.
3 people you signed this summer.
No, he played 4.
All right. How many? Agree between you, please.
Started, Gyökeres started.
Yeah.
So how many is that? 4? Are we saying 4? Are we saying 3?
It was Gyökeres, Wirtz, Ekitike.
Frimpong,
and they need to.
Frimpong.
So therefore, they need to be given time. So therefore, they need to be given time to bed in, so they can beat teams like Burnley, right? We played Gyökeres, Eze, Madueke, Mosquera, and Zubamendi 5 yesterday, and you man are saying that we need to be winning games now. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here, lads? Please be consistent with your talk. Liverpool are given
Yeah, but
time
when
because
you play
they're bedding
Liverpool-
in new players, but we had 5-man start that have never played for Arsenal.
So we're gonna now like change. It doesn't work like that, bro. Just because
You just get.
yeah,
I know. I know that. That's you lot saying that. That's you lot saying that about Liverpool.
I think you're getting it wrong. Is what I'm trying to say. What we're trying to say is there's something about forget all the new starters. There's something about Arsenal.
You bring them up. Your boy bring them up.
Listen. If Arsenal go to Anfield and win, yeah, it sends a message to all the Arsenal players, all in that squad who's been there for the last 3 seasons trying to win the league, that, do you know what, rare, I think we can actually do this. If you go to OT and win, which you did, is that rare? I think we can actually do this. Go to Spurs, you go to City, you go to these places, and I believe that is the element of what Arsenal's missing to get them over the line. Because clearly you've done everything else. Because you've been finishing.
Okay,
second.
wait.
So something's been working up until this point. But then what's missing? What is it? What is it that you lot are missing that can't?
Do you want me to answer the question?
Go.
Yeah. What's missing is playing teams like Luton, struggling to score, and then we end up bang. It's the truth. It's the truth. Ask Dave. We're playing teams like Nottingham Forest, and we're dominating them. Look at how we've lost the league.
Mhm.
We haven't last 2 seasons, 3 seasons. You lot are talking about. We haven't lost to City. We haven't lost to Liverpool. We haven't. But we've struggled against. Let me finish. You asked me a question. We struggled against the smaller teams. So you're saying it from a Liverpool stance that wants to find any which way to bring down Arsenal fans, which is cool. But Arsenal fans that watch their team week in, week out. Hang on, let me finish. I'll let you finish.
I said you're not going to win the league this season. So
But you're playing mind games. I know what you're doing. But anyway,
Dave, I'm doing mind games. Is that what we're doing?
I think you're doing mind games. But hang on, let me finish. What Arsenal fans will tell you,
and you just got one of the best attacking players in Europe right now. So that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking, do you know what? Arsenal could do it this season.
But why do we need? Huh? Hang on, John. Why was everyone saying we needed a striker? It weren't because we lost games. It's because we weren't winning the games. We had too many draws. Games like yesterday could have with the players that we had out, we would not have beat Forest at home. We wouldn't have last season. We wouldn't have. We've got the squad to do that now. That for me is the difference that Arsenal have now. You lot are talking, oh yeah, but you need to go to Anfield and win. Nothing in history shows that. I asked you, did Liverpool beat us at Emirates last season? We finished second. You said no.
Nope.
Did City beat us at the Emirates the season before? They finished first. We finished second. You said no. What happened? We lost to the teams. We lost to the teams that we couldn't score goals against. And we have the forwards now, like Eze, like Gyökeres, and even Madueke and Saka on the right. That can't happen no more. What was wrong? What was missing? That you're saying, something's missing here. We've got it now. But like you lot said, hang on. Like you lot said for Liverpool with Wirtz, we'll have the conversation in 10 games. Like you said for Amorim and United, we'll have the conversation in 10 games. Instead of saying on game week 3, oh, you lot should have won that game, or that's it. Like you're not going to win the league. Give us 10 games too. Give us all 10 games.
No one said you're not going to win the league.
Okay, cool. Maybe it's just the energy. Maybe I'm reading the energy wrong. Maybe I'm reading the energy wrong. I apologize.
But I do want to flag one thing, Gavin. I do want to flag one thing. You are going to go for the Champions League. You will, right? You're going to go deep into it. You're going to go deep into it. And I just think at that level, that to win the Premier League, them percentage points. And by the way, he is right about the narrative of when you do beat a big team at their ground. Because I remember when you went down to 10 men, you tried to hold on against Man City, and then in the end they just got the draw. Do you know what it was? It was Arsenal couldn't get over the line, and Man City show why they're champions. Right, that's the narrative. And then to say that the players don't read the papers or whatever and start doubting themselves, even that half a percentage point, it makes a difference at that level. Right, and that's why it's fine margins, and your record proves it. Coming second on multiple occasions.
Fair enough, fine margins. So I'm gonna draw the show to an end here because we're reaching the hour mark. So next week we've got some big games. Okay, we've got the Merseyside derby, and that's the first game of the weekend. That's the 12:30 kickoff, the early game. I hate them early games, by the way. So if Everton can do us a favour, that would be great. We've also got a big match, Nigel. You're at home to Chelsea. That's a big game in itself, right?
Looking forward
And
to that
then
one.
Gav, we're at home to Manchester City. So next week's episode is going to be a spicy one. It's going to be a spicy one. But lads, on that note,
Hold on.
I want to.
Sorry, David. You said that you're at
Go on.
home.
Yeah, they're at home.
You're home.
Yeah, we're at
They're
home.
at home.
Yeah. We're at
Why are you not so
They're at
gassed?
home.
So next week,
Why are you so gassed?
It's a great weekend of football.
I need to make sure
it's fine.
I'm
Gav,
going to
Gav,
be home or away.
I don't
Gav,
get
it's
it.
cool, innit? It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great week.
We've got a Man United and a Liverpool fan gassed about us playing City.
I know. I'm excited for the weekend. It's a Merseyside derby. It's Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal, Man City. Who can't smile when you hear those fixtures? Who can't smile?
So we'll be here next week. Okay, we'll digest the games. We'll talk about what's happened. We'll chew the fat. From what I can see, there's no Monday game, so all will be said and done by this time next week. On that note, I want to thank all of you for joining me this evening. Okay, I also want to thank the viewers for joining us because it's been a pleasure. I just want to bring up one quick last comment from a viewer. Nigel, you might want to respond to this. Why is the last guy who lost the way to Grimsby gassed about?
Why is the guy who lost the way to
versus
Grimsby
Arsenal?
gassed about Man City versus Arsenal? I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, it's like when Liverpool lost in the FA Cup. I can't remember what team they lost to last season. It
You're
just
not
doesn't matter.
Liverpool,
Let's
bro.
just see.
It's not
Let's
the
just see.
same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
So
the
let's
same.
just see. Yeah, but it's a cup game. It's a league.
So
cup.
what?
It's okay.
You're not going to go on to win the league now? You're not
No,
going
do
to
you know what the
win
funny
league
thing is? Do you know what the funny thing is?
He's triggered.
Just the other day.
He's
No, just the other day. No, because I
He's
heard him say
triggered.
before last season when Newcastle won it. So this is a great moment. When Isak was being chased up by Liverpool, it's like, he's been at Newcastle. All he won is a League Cup. So make up your minds. Is it important or not? Right? At the end of the day, the focus is the league. Right? Let's hit our 60 points. Let's build again, and then let's.
It's not the
challenge- let's
trophy. It's the
challenge
team got
last season, next season.
It's not the trophy. It's the team got
and the
dumped out.
culprit, and we dumped the guy who was a culprit. He's gone. He's in Turkey. It doesn't matter. Move on. It's all
Amorim.
right.
Amorim
That's
was there
fine.
today,
And
bro.
just to end the show, Tayon, I just want to say you've triggered him. Well done for that.
There's no
We hope
triggering.
to
I'm
see
just
you
saying,
back
let's move.
next week,
Let's move
okay?
on. Let's move on. Come on. Everything is Grimsby.
That's fine.
Grimsby. It's Arsenal v Man City. It's a big game. Let's go.
Right. So on that note, lads, viewers, thank you for joining. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Good
can't wait
evening,
next
people.
week.